Welcome to the Business Strategy Game, final presentation for Industry 37, Team A. My name is Amanda Bradford, and I'm delighted to present alongside my co-managers, Ashley and Audrey. Today we'll be discussing our journey managing an athletic footwear company across 4 geographic market regions: North America, Europe, Africa, Asia Pacific, and Latin America. We'll cover our initial business strategy, its implementation, the strategic pivot we made, our financial performance, our future strategic directions, and the key lessons we learned. Our initial strategy was to adopt a global best cost provider approach, aiming to deliver exceptional value by blending attractive features such as superior styling, quality, and selection at costs lower than our competitors. We focused on product strategy, which was producing quality footwear that offered the best value. This included emphasizing appealing features and a good selection of products. Our operational strategy, we committed to paying competitive wages, providing incentive pay, and fringe benefits to boost productivity. We invested heavily in best practice training for continuous improvement, and we introduced free shipping to enhance our market competitiveness. Key strategic pillars included continuous product and service improvement, innovation, enhancing efficiency, but unfortunately, our implementation of free shipping proved more costly than beneficial. Turning now to our performance analysis using best cost strategy in North America and Europe, Asia. We held 18.8% market share in North America's internet segment and 16% in the wholesale segment. In Europe, Asia, the figures were 18.4% for the internet, 17.6% for wholesale, and despite these strong numbers, we found ourselves lost among numerous competitors. Now let's take a look at the Asia Pacific and Latin American segments. In Asia Pacific, our market share stood at 16.85% in the internet segment and 18.9% in the wholesale. In Latin America, the market share was 13.5% for the internet, 18.6% for the wholesale segments. Similar to the other regions, we faced the challenge of significant market saturation, and it became clear that our best cost strategy was placing us stuck in the middle without achieving the differentiation needed to stand out. To stand out in this saturated market, we pivoted to a broad differentiation strategy. We focused on elevating our SQ ratings, expanding our range with more models and styles, increasing our advertising spend, enhancing celebrity endorsements, and broadening our retail network. The reason for the strategy shift was to establish a clear market distinction and show leadership. We invested in superior materials to boost our SQ rating and allocated significant resources to marketing, aiming to enhance our brand image and celebrity appeal. We strategically expanded into private label segments and shifted our focus toward the wholesale market, where competition was notably less intense compared to the internet segment. Our continued emphasis on using superior materials and targeted marketing allowed us to explore these less competitive areas effectively. This deliberate shift in strategy was aimed at not only distinguishing our offerings, but also establishing us as leaders in the industry. This approach ultimately proved successful. Thank you for your attention as we discussed how our strategic direction steered us to success. I will now pass this presentation over to my co-manager Ashley, who will delve into our financial outcomes to further illustrate our achievements.
Hello, my name is Ashley Bisconti, and I'm going to be presenting the financial trends that we have established throughout the years within our company. I would like to start by taking a peek at the trends in our company's annual total revenues. If we look at the chart, we can see that our annual total revenues increases slowly and steadily between years 10 and 12, but then becomes to a plateau up until year 13. The revenues then increase rather quickly the next 4 years, but then start to slightly decline the remaining 3 years up until year 20. During year 10, our total revenue for the year was $432,646. By the end of year 20, our total annual revenue was $1,611,514. Next, we're going to look at the trends in our annual earnings per share. Looking at this chart, we see that our company did struggle to increase our earnings per share and stay consistent throughout the years, but once we were able to gain a better understanding, we were able to reach an ending amount of $15.58. There were 3 different instances where the earnings per share increased and reached what we would call a peak. From year 10 to year 12, we reached a high of $4.48. From year 13 to year 15, we reached $11.24, and then arrived at our ultimate highest earning per share at year 18 with $16.61. Following this slide is our company's annual return on equity investment. Looking at the span of years, we averaged a return on equity of approximately 24.7% with an overall increase of 10% from year 10 to year 20. Our struggle to remain somewhat consistent persisted until we reached a high of 38.2% during year 19. Unfortunately, our return on equity dropped a surprising 8% at the end of year 20, which resulted in it being at 30.6%. Moving on, we are now approaching the trends in our company's credit rating. Looking at the chart below, our company could have improved our credit rating score overall by looking closer at liquidity and profitability while meeting our financial obligations for the company. This is shown in the first 2 to 3 years where we had a significant amount of trouble staying afloat at a C. Finally, we were able to increase the annual credit rating to an A+, which was our ultimate goal to accomplish a financially healthy and successful company. Next in our presentation is our company's year-end stock prices. Reviewing the chart, we can see that it took quite a few years to make a significant increase due to challenges within the company and risks being taken using our strategies. I noticed a major improvement from year 13 to year 15 when the stock price went from $53.25 to $281.54. Overall, our lowest stock price was in year 10, while being at $30, while our highest stock price was in year 18, which was at $407.66. To close out our key financial trends, let's take a look at our company's annual image rating. We steadily increased our image rating in the first few years with a slight plateau around year 11 to 12. We then see a significant increase from year 13 to year 14, going from 82 to 98. For 4 consecutive years, we were able to maintain an image rating of 100, meaning we had a reputable brand perception as well as long-term success. Thank you for listening to my section about the trends in our financials for our company. Next is going to be Audrey.
Hi, my name is Audrey Battaglini, and I'm one of the co-managers on this team. Today, I'm going to be presenting you with the impact of competitive dynamics and strategy implementation, future actions, and lessons we've learned. One thing we've realized about competing with other companies is that we cannot control or know what they're going to do next. This means we have to focus on ourselves and be careful not to make mistakes and closely monitor, adapt, and follow our own strategy. Even though we have no knowledge about what they're going to do next, it's still important to look at what they have been doing so we have a better understanding on the current environment of the market, and we are not blindsided by the competition and can make assumptions about what their strategy will be so we can take action before them. It's important to differentiate from other companies by acknowledging what they're doing or might plan to do and do something else to set ourselves apart. It's also important to not look at other players' strategies or past actions and attempt to replicate these, as then we're competing in a game of chase, which is not beneficial in such a competitive market environment. In any market, the only thing that we can trust to not change is the fact that things are going to change. This means we need to be prepared for any changes that will happen and be able to act accordingly, whether that change is in demand or a disruption in the distribution chain. We need to be prepared for anything. By implementing a strong competitive strategy, we have had very favorable financial outcomes for our company. Our brand perception was also highly increased. Using celebrity endorsement and increasing advertising efforts highly improved our image by putting a clear brand message out and increasing awareness for our company. This benefited our brand image by clearly communicating what our brand is all about and growing our consumer base. It also improved consumer perception as they became more familiar with our brand and are more likely to trust us and our products. Consumers from our endorsers fan base have carried their positive feelings from them onto our brand, which is highly beneficial. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the actions we would take in order to outcompete with rivals in branded and private label footwear. In terms of branded footwear, we would execute the following actions. First, product innovation. We would continue to invest in high-quality materials and introduce cutting-edge designs to enhance our SQ rating. Next, market expansion. We would work to expand market presence by increasing the total number of retail outlets and entering underserved markets where there is not a high amount of existing competitors and a high demand for our goods. Finally, marketing strategy. We would enhance digital marketing campaigns and leverage social media influencers to strengthen brand loyalty. In terms of private label footwear, we would take action in terms of cost leadership, segment focus, and strategic partnership. For cost leadership, we would aggressively manage production costs to offer competitively priced products without compromising on the quality of our products. For segment focus, we would target private label opportunities in high growth regions where competitors are less focused. For strategic partnerships, we would develop partnerships with major retailers to boost the visibility and availability of private label products. We have learned so many valuable lessons about crafting a winning strategy, such as the importance of market positioning, financial discipline, strategic flexibility, and employee investment. Strategic flexibility is all about the ability of a company to adapt to changing market dynamics and what competitors are doing. Staying agile and responsive in the face of uncertainty is crucial to a company's success. The ability to be flexible is a make it or break it skill for a company, as if a company cannot do this successfully, they will have no hopes at remaining profitable because they will fail at the first change in the market or crumble beneath the players in the industry making moves to dominate over them. Financial discipline requires a company to manage finances efficiently to support sustainable growth and maintain a strong credit rating. Financial management is the foundation of long-term success. If there were cracks in a foundation, a building will crumble, just like how a weak financial discipline will cause a company to fail. But a strong foundation will hold up a building for years to come, just like how a strong financial management will allow the company to remain afloat for a long time. Having a strong financial discipline allows for the company to be able to withstand changes in the market and be able to stick out hardships as they come. Having strong financial discipline grants companies the ability to take growth opportunities as they arise, as opposed to those with poor financial disciplines who would have to wait or even miss out on the opportunities completely due to not having enough money to take them. Market positioning is the strategic process of defining how a company wants to be perceived in the market relative to its competitors. A clear marketing position allows for a company to stand out from others to the customers, which draws in their attention. This allows the company to attract the right consumers that align with the company's brand image, which leads to brand loyalty and trust from consumers. Employees are the backbone of any company, so it is important to treat them as such and invest in them properly. Employee investment involves investing in training and compensation to enhance productivity and operational efficiency. This allows for higher engagement from employees as they feel valued and like they are part of something bigger than themselves, making them more likely to involve themselves deeply with their work. Employees feel more valued and stay with the company longer when invested in properly. Also, employees will care more about their work and what they are doing, which leads to better performance and will contribute to innovative ideas as they are more likely to feel more comfortable with the brand, to share their thoughts, and they care more about the well-being of the brand. Here are some things a manager should do and should not do in order for a company to be successful. A company should focus on continuous improvement and innovation. They should maintain a clear and consistent brand message, and they should use data-driven strategies to make informed decisions. A manager should not ignore competitor actions and market trends. They should not underestimate the importance of corporate image and customer perception, and they should not compromise long-term goals for short-term gains. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. We appreciate your time and attention.